Hey, I'm Joseph Abraham, and it's my joy to be with you. I have some great news to share with you today. I've been having a great time at iChurch Global. This has been just a phenomenal year. Imagine it's October already, heading into November. And one of the things we do every year is we set aside time for prayer and fasting. As a matter of fact, that's the good news I have for you today. We are launching 21 days of prayer and fasting starting on Wednesday, the 30th of October. That's tomorrow. Wednesday, the 30th, we're going to be having a phenomenal time going straight to Tuesday, the 19th of November. I want to invite you to join us in fasting. Choose a fast that you believe that you can do as representing something sacrificial. We're focusing on our church plant. The whole thing about this fasting is so that we can accelerate. We want to undergird our church plant. We want to saturate it with prayer and fasting. We want to be able to seek the face of God, seek the heart, the mind of God. We want God to come into our midst and demonstrate his power. There are many areas that we want to see God's power demonstrated. We want to see lives change, community, spiritual transformation, people's lives literally being transformed. We want to see amazing things happen. I call it the signature of God. I want God's signature to be all over our church plant. Remember, we're launching our two great campuses, Trinidad and Orlando, Florida. We want God to do great things for us, of course, and the hub of all of that is a cloud-based communication platform. So it's really phenomenal that we have an invitation from the book of Matthew, from the Lord himself, speaking, inviting us to fast. You know, fasting was not an option for the children of God in the New Testament. It was just something that they did. It was something that they understood was part of their life, part of their response. I made a few points here that I want to share with you just really quickly because this is meant to be just a brief communication. And listen, I want you to say down in the chat, I'm in, count me in, I'm there. Okay, come on. I want you to put it down in the chat so that we could know who is joining us in fasting and prayer. You may have never been to anything we've had, but you could join us. We're going to be uploading daily communication, prayer pointers. We're going to be releasing a prayer bulletin to you so that you could help us lift this. Many of you are friends of the ministry, and some of you have not yet joined the launch team. But whatever your place is in our lives, we want to say thank you for leaning, sharing that interest in what we are doing. I want to share with you that prayer is a secret weapon that God has given to his people. Say with me, secret weapon. It's a key principle of the child of God in the Bible, and it gives us power, supernatural power. It gives us access to God. It gives us access to the heart, the mind of God, the presence of God. It's a gift from God to us that I believe that we need to use. It's probably one of the most underutilized gifts that God has given to his people. And that means that we need to pray a whole lot more, except that people have very skewed perspectives about prayer. Because for me, prayer is about a relationship with God. Any relationship that I need to be in, I want it to be healthy. Okay. Any relationship. And I want it to be strong and robust. That's what prayer does. It brings us into that strong relationship with God. It helps us foster. So that's why I love to pray. My wife and I, we both love prayer. And I believe that one of the things that we need to do is to fall in love with prayer. See, there are a few things about prayer. Prayer lifts us, it brings us into the presence of God. It changes things. Prayer changes things. And guess what? Prayer combined with fasting forms what is called a lethal combo. It just takes our regular prayer and it brings so much power to it. So that's why we try to do many prayers and fasting seasons in our ministry. We've declared Wednesday to be a day of prayer and fasting. So every Wednesday we pray and fast. We're tapping into the power of God. We're tuning into the heart of God. As I go today, I want you to know that God has more for us. That's the word, more. He has so much more for us, more than we can ask, more than we can imagine, more than we can think. But he wants us to have access through prayer. I want to challenge you to be in our 21 days of prayer and fasting. Mark your calendar, put alarms on your phone, be there. We have daily prayer every morning from 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. That's going to be phenomenal every day. And then we're going to probably set up some prayers of agreement, teams praying together. We'll see some great things happen. And I believe that this is probably going to be the most powerful 21 days of prayer and fasting we've ever had. All right. So thank you. I'm excited. I have to pull away here because part of me, if you can see inside of me, I want so much to talk about prayer. I want so much, but I think I've given you enough for this moment here. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Get a hold of a few people, a few friends, family members. Say, we're doing this prayer and fasting. Can you join us? Or if you don't want to fast, can you join us in prayer? And just enroll your friends, enroll your family. Let's do this together. If you're husband and wife, you could do it together. An entire family, you could get the children involved. You could choose the kind of fast. You could discuss with them. Ask them, what kind of fast would you like to do? Let's do this together, right? Behind all of this is a great church. And the purpose of this great church is to reach the world for Jesus Christ. We have a mandate to go into all the world and to preach the gospel. We're going, let me tell you something, we're going, and we are going to change our world. We're going to make a huge difference in people everywhere. And that footprint is going to expand. And I thank God for it. I thank God for you, your faith, thank God for the belief that you hold for us. So God bless you, love you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. And of course, in these 21 days. God bless you. I'm Joseph Abraham saying I love you and look forward to seeing you in prayer.